good Tuesday morning. You got teased a little more yesterday if you're a Jets fan with a Trey Wingo tweet saying that it was done and time is a flat circle and everything that happened with that. And then other people picked it up and put it out there, and Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson started celebrating along with Breece Hall, but still nothing was confirmed with Aaron Rodgers. Adam Schefter said that it was moving towards a conclusion, and the Jets were still positive, and all these words we have heard for a couple of days now, but nothing is official yet. And it may even take to the end of the week because there are stories out there that have been written about Aaron Rodgers' bonus that kicks in March 17th, and if he gets traded before that, which is Friday, then the Jets get screwed with the cap, but if it happens after March 17th, they can spread it out. So maybe that's what they're waiting for. I don't know. But at this point, we're not going to find out before 10 o'clock this morning because Aaron Rodgers is on the West Coast. So it's 3 a.m. right now out there, and we're not going to find out by 10 o'clock because then it'll be 7 o'clock out there. So it's going to be another day of speculation, and we're not going to continue it for too long today until we hear something else. However, the Giants got involved in a big way yesterday and cleaned up and grabbed one of the best linebackers on the market from the Indianapolis Colts, Bobby Okereke, who is really going to be one of their better linebackers if everything works out the way the Giants want it to. Sam Darnold moved. Jimmy Garoppolo moved. There was a flurry of free agent activity. The NFL is back, baby. Good morning, Boomer. How are you?
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm a little late. You know, I go back to get, the coffee, right?
Yeah.
And your boy Spike is coming out of the commissary back there.
Yep.
So I figured, okay, I'm going to get back there. There's going to be some fresh coffee made. No, he doesn't do anything. He just goes back there, and I guess he's drinking the old coffee.
Okay.
I don't even know if he drinks coffee, but
Not that old. Al makes it in the morning.
Yeah, but no, this was red lights, and you didn't make it this morning.
Yeah, here's the problem. Normally, I make it every morning at 5 o'clock. I went back there; it was already fully made. So somebody else threw off the whole system today.
Right. So somebody threw off the whole system. And then I go back there, and the red lights are blinking, which means you got to change it, or it's out.
Sure.
And I was going to just take the old coffee, but it was out. So somebody's drinking a lot of coffee around here. And Spike didn't do his job. Like, he didn't pick up his end of the responsibility of just making a coffee. It's not hard. It just took me about an extra minute 30 to make the coffee. That's all.
Okay.
I mean, so I'm sorry I'm a little late.
No, that's fine. Did it cross your mind to say, hey, come in here, start the show on time, and then send somebody back to make the coffee?
I was already committed. I was already over there.
Oh, all right.
So once I'm over there, I'm committed. I can't come running back and be like 30. I'm apologizing.
No, it's okay.
Right?
It's all right. No, it's fine. No, it's totally fine.
I apologize to you, but I made everybody else in the building around here happy because now there's fresh coffee, fresh Dunkin' coffee back there. So,
right, absolutely.
There you go. Anyway, so yeah, You know, it kind of makes. I've been telling you for 2 weeks that Aaron Rodgers is coming. Aaron Rodgers is coming.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is coming.
Right.
And for 2 weeks, everybody's been, sitting on pins and needles, and everybody's wondering when the big decision is going to come and all this other stuff. I've also been saying that there are some contractual situations that have to get taken care of. The money has to be made right. The reason they brought the cap guy out to see Aaron was because they got to make sure the contract, he understands the contract, how the money's going to be paid, whether or not they're going to add voidable years. The contract has to kind of be rewritten in a way that we probably have never, ever seen before in the NFL because of the guarantees that are tied to it. So it's not just and I think Dan Campbell said it best. I'm so sick and tired of talking about, Dan from Carteret when I say this. I'm so sick and tired of talking about Aaron Rodgers and telling you that he's coming. And then, of course, Trey Wingo puts out a tweet yesterday. Dove Kleiman puts out a tweet yesterday, and everybody goes freaking out because, now he's coming. I said, I'm telling you, he's been coming for 2 weeks. I've been telling you, he's coming for 2 weeks.
Yeah, but
I have my jersey ready to go. I just don't know what number he's selecting. That's the only thing I don't know right now.
Well, what I think it's being perceived as, at least as I've listened to everything you've said, of course.
Trey Wingo is reporting that Rodgers has been traded to the Jets. Nobody else has confirmed this report. Well, I've been saying it for 2 weeks, and nobody else has confirmed it either. But when it happens, are you going to say, okay, as reported by Boomer 2 weeks ago?
I don't know what people are going to say. I just think that it maybe it feels like because we give a lot of opinions here that this is you're presenting this as an opinion, not a fact. You understand what I'm saying? Like maybe that's why it's perceived that way. Whereas like if you had put it out in a tweet, Aaron Rodgers is going to be here.
Let me ask you a question.
Then it would have been taken as fact.
I could put it out as a tweet, right? But I'd much rather put it out as a radio talk show host on the show that I do with you guys.
Of course, but
how come when I say something on WEEI, it gets blasted all over the place?
Well, I feel like because we've been going back and forth, you're like, I really think he's going to be here. He's going to be here. Like, I think that's more like it feels like your opinion as opposed to you. I'm just trying to give you a reason for it.
Okay, that's fine.
But if you had come out and said it's a done deal, 100%, Aaron Rodgers is going to be a New York Jet.
What does fait accompli mean?
I know
what does fait accompli mean?
Yeah, that means that it's done.
Yeah. I don't know how many times I have to say it.
All right, so, let me ask these guys. Would you have listened to Boomer talk about this? Do you feel like he's reporting it as fact or his opinion is that he's going to be here?
I feel it's as fact now.
Okay, as fact now. Okay. So then why doesn't anybody write about it then?
Because you got to tweet it. Or it doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
Because then it's in writing.
I don't know. I'd much rather speak it so you hear it from me. That's all I can say. So I'm so sick and tired of talking about it. You have Jimmy Garoppolo going to Vegas. You have quarterback Derek Carr went to New Orleans. Mm-hmm. Woody Johnson and Jaime and Christopher and Joe and Robert and Nathaniel all flew out to go sit down and speak with Aaron Rodgers to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to tell you.
What are you talking to me for? I mean,
I know.
But here's the thing. Every other person that's out there, other than Trey Wingo and you and whoever,
if you ask me, the two guys, Ian Rappaport, maybe Tom Pelissero, and Adam Schefter, those three guys, I understand. They lead the league. Even Jonathan Jones for us at CBS. Those four guys, I trust when they put something out that they are legit and they are ahead of it. I understand that. And they have not confirmed any of this stuff. I do believe 100% that the Jets have gone dark. I do believe that Aaron Rodgers, with the exception running into Brandon Marshall, has gone dark. Mm-hmm. Other than Mark Murphy having an awkward interview at some high school girls' basketball game, the Green Bay Packers have gone dark. So all three entities have basically said nothing, and everything else out there, except for those of us who do have intimate knowledge on things, I feel like have been open about what's going on. And, I don't know why the Jets and the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers, all three entities, can't just come out and say, the deal is consummated and it will be signed on such and such a day so Aaron can get paid.
Okay, so the people who are reporting out there, many of them, that Aaron Rodgers still hasn't made a decision, and the Jets don't know, and the Packers don't know what he's doing, because that happened all day yesterday. Even Connor Hughes has been covering the Jets, and he works for SNY, put that out like 5 hours ago, that he still hasn't made a decision. You're telling me that all that stuff is false?
I'm just telling you everything as far as the trade compensation, the contract, and everything else, that Aaron Rodgers will be the quarterback of the Jets.
But it's a direct question I asked you. You're telling me that the people who are saying that Aaron Rodgers haven't made a decision, you believe that that's false?
I don't know where Connor Hughes gets his. And I don't want to undercut. I'm not here to undercut those guys. I'm not here to argue.
But this is why it's confusing to everybody else.
All I can do is tell you what I know.
Has he made a decision to come here or not?
He's coming here.
But you're not answering that question. Has he made the decision? Because a lot of people are saying he hasn't. So if you're telling me that Aaron Rodgers has made his decision and he wants to be a New York Jet and he just hasn't told anybody yet, then that's one thing, because everybody else is saying, the deal is done. All he has to do is make a decision.
The thing about it is that, he's going to be 40 years old. He's got at least 2 or 3 more years of quality quarterbacking, in his back pocket if he wants it, and a ton of money. And you just don't turn that stuff away. You just don't turn that down. He has a chance at legacy. He's got a chance at doing something that, no other quarterback that maybe Vinny Testaverde is the only other one that came here and had legitimate, whether it be a free agent or a trade. I wasn't able to do it. Mm-hmm. Has the ability to do something really special with a very good young football team. And I think a team that is trending in the right direction. I'm just telling you, I know that all the other insiders are saying that they're not sure yet. I'm telling you, I I am 99.9% sure he's
Okay,
coming.
and I believe you. I don't want to make it seem like I don't believe you. I do believe you. I just want to know why everybody is still saying that Aaron Rodgers hasn't made a decision. I mean, that's the thing that, and Jet fans who are waiting for this and want Aaron Rodgers as their quarterback, that's the thing that's scaring them.
Now,
Because he's such a wild card.
Let me ask you one other question, okay?
Yeah. Yep.
Given all that has gone on over the last 2 weeks, all the things that have happened with all the other players in the NFL, what's the alternative?
Yeah, it's going to be terrible. Jacoby Brissett. I mean, it's going to be awful. Yeah, I know. It's going to be awful. Mike White's gone.
Yeah. How about that contract that Mike White signed?
I love that.
Now,
for
I don't
him.
know how much guaranteed money I have to look at it, but man, it's 2 years, $16 million.
Yeah, $8 million a year.
God bless you, Mike White.
Yeah, why not?
I'm so happy for that kid.
Yeah.
I mean, because, he took a pounding and he wrote a really nice note to Jet fans and everything else, and doesn't surprise you, right?
No, not at all.
He was a great kid, and
he's from down there, and he's going back home and all that stuff. So
hey, good for him, man. And he may end up playing for the Dolphins.
Yeah.
So Tua gets hurt, he gets hurt, and then they call Tom Brady.
I mean, that's probably one of the best backup jobs right now in the NFL.
If you want to play.
Well, yeah, of course.
Well,
And
the best backup job is a job where you're getting paid and you don't have to play.
Yeah, but I think these guys want to play, though. I mean, Mike White probably wants to play, and he has Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle on that
And
team.
he's got Mike McDaniel.
And he's got Mike McDaniel. Yeah, absolutely. So, okay. I mean, listen, could it be something with the contract? Because I have seen a couple of different things about how. So, I'm going to read you something here.
I know. Just so you know, I've been telling you that this contract situation.
I know what you've been
with
saying.
him is very complicated.
Right. So let's talk about why it's complicated. So just because so apparently he's got this $58.3 million option bonus that's guaranteed that can be paid to him anytime from March 17th to the beginning of the season.
Right.
March 17th is Friday.
And the key thing about that option bonus is that it has to remain a bonus in order to have a minimal effect on the salary cap.
So some people have surmised that the trade really can't happen for the Jets to have the maximum relief with the cap and Aaron Rodgers to get all his money until then. Until March 17th.
It's a very complicated situation.
That could be. We're not saying that is the thing holding it up.
Yes.
But it could be the thing that's holding it up.
But I have told you that his contract is very, very unique. It's a very unique thing. Now, I don't know. If he goes on Pat McAfee today and he announces, I'm going to the gym, maybe
is he 100% going on the show today?
That's
another thing I don't know.
Again, I can't.
Because some people he's going to be on today. Other people he's not going to be on today. Pat McAfee says we haven't talked to him. We don't know what's going on. I don't even know if he's going to be on.
Yeah, I have no idea. That I don't know. That I don't know.
If this were any other player in the NFL, I wouldn't be worried about him coming here.
Yeah, I know, because he's aloof and he's out there and he's a different sort of cat. I get it. But I'm just telling you, he is not leaving the NFL just yet.
Yeah, because right now, so the alternative for the Jets is they're terrible alternatives. Aaron Rodgers didn't come here, and I don't think that Aaron Rodgers has an alternative. I don't think there's another team out there that is going to deal with it.
I thought one of the interesting signings that I'm happy for him, because if he can't make it there, then I think he's done, is what is going on with Sam Darnold.
Yeah, to the
going
49ers.
out to San Francisco. Yeah. And I think that's great. I think Trey Lance is going to be 100% healthy when the season starts. I don't know about Brock Purdy, of course, but there is a very good chance. And
Sports Minute.
A little Sports Minute coming up, but it's kind of interesting that 2 third overall picks in the draft, Trey Lance and Sam Darnold, could be packing up Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah, I mean.
It just goes to show you how off and how wrong you could be about a player, but sometimes it's not really the player. It's really the environment that the player is drafted in.
I mean, Sam Darnold, if healthy, and we saw him play pretty well at times last year with the Carolina Panthers, but if he's out there with that 49ers offense,
I would love to see him on the field with the 49ers offense. I don't know if we'll see that, but
it's a strong possibility.
You know, the amazing thing is that what Daniel Jones has done here with the New York Giants is nothing short of a miracle. I mean, he's gone through 3 head coaches, I think 4 offensive coordinators.
Yeah.
And somehow came out of the back end of this with this contract extension, which is a real testament to him, because he never, ever wavered. And he got injured, in Joe Judge's last year here, and that was a mess. And we didn't know whether or not that was going to be career-ending, and we knew it was in the neck area and all that other stuff. And he then comes back with Brian Daboll and does this and gets this huge contract. I love the fact that guys like these get contracts. I mean, sometimes they're a little bit more than I would have expected, but I think it's good for Sam Darnold to go to San Francisco. I think it's great that that Daniel Jones fought through all of this crap for 4 years and came out the other side of it, with a big new contract. Love the fact that Jimmy Garoppolo's reuniting with McDaniels, Josh McDaniels. Mm-hmm. I think that is good. I think it's great for him. Look at the money he signed for. And then take a look at the free agent frenzy and the list of players. I told you McClinchy was going to go quickly.
And he did to the Denver Broncos, and you see that Sean Payton's not messing around there.
How about Javon Hargrave? Philadelphia's lost a ton of guys, Giant fans.
Yeah, they have.
They have lost, and they still have to sign Jalen Hurts to a huge, massive contract. But you got to love the 49ers going after Hargrave and giving him a 4-year, $84 million deal. He's a defensive tackle that played for Philadelphia. Now it's going to be on that defensive line of San Francisco, where they have to give a new contract to Nick Bosa. That's why they would never be. They're not going to be in on any high-priced quarterback at the moment.
Right, and Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker from Buffalo, ends up going to Chicago for a huge deal of 4 years, $72 million, over $50 million guaranteed.
Another good signing was Kansas City signing the tackle Juwan Taylor, 4 years, $80 million. They can run anybody out there with Patrick Mahomes, and Juwan's a good player.
Well, he's been a right tackle, and apparently they're going to move him to left tackle.
Yeah, Orlando Brown's a great player.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he hasn't signed yet, but I don't know if Kansas City just told him, look, we want to re-sign you. We just got to wait and see what's going on. I'm not really sure what's happening there. I thought he would be off the board by now. But it was a frenzy yesterday, and
as we expected.
And the Minnesota Vikings, and I don't know if you care about this or not. Probably not. You lost a lot of your crappy defensive players.
Yeah, well, they're basically cleaning house at this point, so they got to get rid of a lot of guys, and even on offense too, it's happening. And they might even trade Dalvin Cook. Alexander Madison's going to go. Adam Thielen's already gone. Are we looking at a team
that's tanking?
If they get rid of Kirk Cousins, yes. I mean, so that if a team, like, let's say it's not going to happen, but if Aaron Rodgers doesn't come to the Jets, I could see the Jets like reaching out to the Vikings and saying, hey, what can we do to go get Kirk Cousins at this point? But if they traded Kirk Cousins, I would say tanking for sure for Caleb Williams. But as long as Cousins and Jefferson are there, it's going to be hard to tank. All right, Boomer and Gio on the Fan and CBS Sports Network.